of Representatives has passed a great big bullshit bill that will cut 7 million people off of Medicaid and an unknown number off food stamps, while chopping Medicare funds and raising insurance premiums for the poor and lowering taxes for the anti-poor. The vote was briefly interrupted as a long-haired, sandal-wearing individual evaded security and attempted to drive the Congress from the temple. The purpose of the bill is to stop poor people from exploiting the rich. Government has never really worked very well, so here's an idea. Why not make it a lot worse? Sleepy Don has called the federal government's projects to provide services to Americans woke, weaponized, and wasteful, two of which he certainly is. Project much? Well, we wouldn't want a bunch of beta males running things. It would take them, or they, twice as long to run the country into the ground. I've always felt that the world has taken advantage of the U.S., forcing us to overthrow governments and manipulate economies. Similarly, Palestinians took advantage of Israel, forcing them to kill their children, as pointed out so pointedly by Golda Meir. We might take a different view if we were allowed to have books and ex-posts with factos in them, like, say, the U.S. takes advantage of the world, and always has, unfairly. Do your research, maybe not on Fox. So when His Lowness dismantles a government that works to keep you safe and you say bully in the Teddy sense, not the Donald one, does that mean you not only hate people who aren't like you, but also hate yourself? And what could possibly be up with that? There are 23 Fox News talksperts in the higher let's say echelons of the Trumpist regime. These foxes are charged with governing the sheep, and eventually will be charged with other crimes, I'm sure. They govern by projecting their own misdeeds onto others, a technique many of me are calling spoken mirrors.
We must make the State Department great again. In its current form, the department is bloated, bureaucratic, and unable to perform its essential diplomatic mission in this new era of great power competition.
The viciously persecuted Afrikaner people have been granted refugee status in the United States, showing the compassion that exists in the Trump administration for deposed apartheid rulers. Not allowed to rule despite owning most of the land is the greatest atrocity in history, many people are saying. The genocide by the black government can only be compared to the one by Palestinians against Israel, Ukraine against Russia, and the previous Haitian persecution of its former enslavers. Poverty rate at 1% for white South Africans and 64% for black South Africans shows conclusively that whites like to work. The white genocide charge, incidentally, has been confirmed by the genocide scholar Elon Musk. The U.S., not you or me, that other guy, is suing Hawaii to stop the state from suing fossil fuel companies over the 2023 wildfires, saying that power in society should be held at the state level except when the states disagree with fossil fuel companies, in which case, logically, the federal representatives of those companies, the president, should take charge. The popular mass movement at the White House to safeguard corporate rights to curtail nature and civilization has set its sights on rules preventing the free travel of silica dust into privately owned miners' lungs. The Federal Communications Commission will undertake to curtail communications, airlines will be freed up to fly their freak flags, and poultry will be freed up to be processed without woke restrictions like humanitarian concerns, since chickens are not human. These things, Russell Vogt explained patiently, are none of your business. The business of America, after all, is also none of your business. For instance, technological innovation, energy production, and private enterprise, all of which are certified saintly, to say the least, are often subject to woke regulations or wokulations, which are treason. The new efforts will rebalance the regulatory environment by eliminating the unnecessary environment. Change is good, especially climate change. Advocates of wetlands need to dry up. Sick leave, minimum wage, and overtime pay will be replaced by sick people leaving their minimum wage jobs and paying for their wokeness over time. ATF will cut gun purchase background checks for the mentally unstable and racially insane. The FTC will allow hotels and festivals to add hidden fees and pork plants to add hidden diseases, all while upholding the highest food safety standards. Voluntary, of course. Remember, if you're eating lunch, you're not in Gaza. So eat it, but don't pretend Israel has the right to defend its conquests through genocide.